This is the video presentation of topic Maximum Power Point Tracking by AN Method, made by Samiullah, Samrin Nabi, Saadayat, Syed Makhdoom and Mazhar Ali. In energy demand all over the world is related to the progress of manpower and industrialization. This change has led to the energy crisis and climate degradation due to the use of conventional energy sources. To confine the use of these sources, the selection of green renewable technologies is vital as they are more sustainable, everlasting, and inexhaustible as compared to the conventional energy sources. These sources are wind, solar, tides, and fuel cell. They don't cause any natural contamination during their use. Among all these energy sources, solar generation is one of the most plentiful energy sources.
Due to the high and easy availability of solar energy, the energy generated through sun radiation by photovoltaic technology is one of the most widely used methods to produce electricity. PV cells are made of semiconductors which use the solar radiation for the progression of free electrons through anodes to the outside circuit producing the electric flow. As we can observe that when the product of voltage by current is maximum at the point of this IV curve, then the maximum power is attained by the solar PV cell. This unique point is known as maximum power point. To ensure the maximum available power is obtained from the solar PV panel in all climate conditions, it is important to track this maximum power point. The various methods used for maximum power point tracking can be classified as uniform irradiance condition, which includes perturb and observation, hill and climbing, incremental conductance, ripple correlation control, current sweep. Under the partial shading conditions are particle swarm optimization, genetic algorithm, fuzzy logic controller, and artificial neural network are one of the most widely used methods. Starting with the PNO. PNO is the most commonly used maximum power point tracking method due to its easy implementation. Initially, the PV voltage and current values are used to obtain power. The change in power is produced due to the small offset in PV voltage. If power change is positive, the operating point is moved towards the maximum power point and behaves oppositely for the negative power change. Now let's understand this by the discussion of its types. PNO algorithm has two types. Number one, fixed step size PNO. In this method, assume that operating point moves from A to D with a fixed value of offset due to the increase in power, but when point reaches to D, it observes decrease in power, and to cater this power loss, point will start to move from D to C. But due to fixed step, decrease in power is detected at point B. Now the difference will be B, and according to PNO method, operating point will keep oscillating from B to D due to the change in power. For a small step size, tracking is slow, but oscillation around maximum power point is reduced as compared to large step size. These oscillations reduce the system efficiency. Number two is variable step size PNO. We learned that fixed step size PNO technique introduces a trade-off between response time and steady-state accuracy. So, the variable step size PNO method was developed to solve this issue. In this method, the derivative of power to voltage or current is used to adjust the perturbation step.
Method, by incrementing the voltage, the power increases when operating on the left of the MPP and decreases the power when on the right of the MPP. Therefore, if there is an increase in power, the subsequent perturbation is kept at same point to reach the MPP, and if there is a decrease in power, the perturbation is reversed. So, according to the HC algorithm provides an advantage in its simplicity of operation. The drawback of this method is that it fails to track the MPP under rapidly changing environmental conditions. So many researchers such as Zio and Dinford introduced the modified adaptive hill climbing MPPT method and digital hill climbing method combined with a bidirectional current mode power cell for space applications. The InCond algorithm starts a cycle by obtaining value of voltage and current at the time t. The maximum power point is tracked by comparing instantaneous conductance to their incremental conductance. Based on output of the comparison, V reference is adjusted. Once the V reference is equal to V MPP, the maximum power point is reached. At this point, the algorithm will stop operating and store the value unless any environmental changes are detected. So the INCOT offers advantages of better performance under rapidly varying atmospheric conditions as well as lower oscillation around MPP. However, under partial shading condition, there must be a chance that it is not able to track the global MPP. You can say that finally the control circuitry of the in-count is complex, which leads to the high system cost.
Conventional methods have slow responses over sudden changes of temperature and irradiance. For instantaneous responses, new MPPT techniques were developed based on artificial neural network and stochastic based. A neural network is a type of machine learning which models itself after the human brain. Creating an artificial neural network via an algorithm allows a computer to learn by incorporating new data. These methods were proved to track MPPT without any oscillation. For the implementation of DNN with this application, the input features are the irradiance and the temperature, and the output will be the duty ratio. The block diagram of our proposed technique is mainly composed of boost converter. The design of the boost converter is comprised of the following values of the components: inductance with 300 millihenry, 1000 microfarads of capacitance, 4.5 ohms of resistor, output voltage of 24 volts, and the switching frequency of 20 kilohertz, which will lead to an output of 450 watt at maximum power and 120 volts of output panel voltage at its MPP.
The researchers have implemented DNNs on MATLAB. For this stuff, we rather implemented it on Python because Python is an open source language unlike MATLAB. Moreover, the most scientists use Python for machine learning applications, due to which there exist very large number of libraries and frameworks, which have the simplest APIs to be easily used for a machine learning application. We use TensorFlow, a Python machine learning library provided by Google for the DNNs. Our comparison shows that the model implemented using ANN's MPPT techniques give higher efficiency of 87.9% as compared to 84.26% obtained by the P&O MPPT techniques. Moreover, ANN's model gave far lesser voltage and current ripples as compared to P&O model. Based on the given parameters, it can be easily concluded that ANNs give a better performance on the stand-alone PV system. Thank you.